up in stuff that makes you go, ah, and then makes you cringe, and then makes you go, wait, maybe that's unhealthy. Mother meets a recreation of her deceased child in virtual reality.
Yikes.
And that's exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly how it played out. There's a video here, I think, somewhere. Right here.
Oh, boy. Are we going to watch this?
We're going to watch this. You ready for this?
All right.
Because I want to know what your... I have some thoughts about this. I want to see what your thoughts on this are.
All right.
Let's get the old headphones on here. Okay.
Damn, this is 9-10 minutes?
Well, we're not going to watch the whole video.
I was going to say.
No.
That's a big nope from me, dog. That's a big nope.
What are your thoughts on that as a thing?
I mean, I think that's a dangerous road to be going down. I think that's I understand why a mother or a father would want to experience that.
Yes.
But I also feel like that is no. Like
it's unhealthy.
It's very unhealthy.
Like you're not letting go. I feel like you're at an increased chance of of disassociation.
Yeah.
Doing that, I feel like it could create a dependence for people where they need to. You know what this is similar to, and I'll make this comparison. It's obviously likely worse, but it's a similar vein. Where have you ever seen where, it's, let's say somebody dies in the family, whether it's a husband or maybe it's a grandparent or whatever, and then they make a stuffed animal that has like a shirt
piece of
that's
something
made from one of their shirts.
Yeah.
Or one that I've seen was literally took a voice clip from this mother's son and put it into the bear.
Stuffed animal. I saw that.
And it's similar to that where I feel like I get it. I understand, but I feel like from a mental health perspective, that can't be healthy long term.
It's one thing to wear like somebody's ring or have a locket with a picture or something. But that is on another level of like you're as a human being, you're just not supposed to be. You should not I feel like it's non-human. And when death like that happens, we're not supposed to revisit these people, and especially one that's digitally created for the sole purpose of you being able to spend time with your loved one.
Yeah.
I feel like that right there, and I couldn't imagine, because I know if I saw something like that, I'd probably want to keep seeing that.
Yes. Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're pretty much living in a VR world, just staring at this thing, this NPC'd version of your son or daughter. Like people, there could be the argument that like some people go, hey, it's therapeutic. It's actually helping them. But then, from me, because I haven't, thank God, I've never gone through that, but I can't imagine that trauma at that level, it would be helpful at its core. I feel like it would, that initial rush and the excitement and the holy shit would be amazing. But then once you put down that headset and that you could go there and see that person instead of just looking at a picture, but now this thing is physically like talking to you digitally, and you can like reach out and touch it.
Well, the awkward thing for her is that she's not likely, unless they have tactile gloves or whatever, where it gives her like force feedback to some weird.
Yeah.
She's never going to feel the same as touching somebody.
Yeah.
But like that was the most awkward part for me. Wasn't that she was sitting there having a conversation with her deceased daughter? It was her immediate response to reach out and want to touch.
Yeah.
Her which tells you up here is not just working on processing the loss of the daughter, but
Well, you see your son or daughter,
presently
you're just like,
trying
yeah, come here, and you're like, oh shit, I actually can't touch.
And
you know?
that shit's that like so.
Like, how much crazier would it be if they could mimic her voice? Like, I don't even know if that's her real sounding voice, or
they
like
could. I mean, the technology is there to make that happen.
That's fucked. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's a heartwarming and heart wrenching thing to watch.
Yeah.
But man, no.
I feel like
people shouldn't even be creating that stuff.
You're walking a super fine line between it. There's a chance this helps somebody with closure, but I feel like there is a far greater risk of it going too far,
bad,
and then going bad, and then and having the opposite effect. I feel like it's possible, but like the minute chance of that versus what it would likely do. And I mean, this is what this version of this technology. We go out 20 years from now, and there are companies that are basically going out of their way to recreate AI of deceased loved ones for you to go back if it was a sudden death or whatever, and be able to try and help get closure or go back and see them. And then people are going to be like, there's a
nah.
I'm not a big slippery slope fan.
Nah.
But this seems to me like if there was going to be an argument for a slippery slope, this is a pretty big fucking slope, and it's got a hell of a lot of fucking slip to it. It was hard to watch. I hope that it worked out for her and that it helped her.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
But it does not sit well with me, much for the same reason that the whole putting a voice inside of a teddy bear doesn't sit well with me.
This is on another level. This is the next.
But it's like the next.
This
level
is the
of that,
next.
You know?
You're just recreating. You're mimicking your deceased child. That's weird, man. And not only that, you got people that are like videotaping it and shit. Like, there's nothing intimate about that. Like, it seems like a big publicity stunt. It seems like they're using her emotions to create this thing that they're probably going to try and sell. And there's going to be millions of people that are going to see it and go, "Oh my God, I would love to be able to do what this woman has done and spend a bit of time, even if it's virtually, with my loved one." It could be a husband, a wife, it could be anything.
Few people are likely going to turn that down in those instances. Like, if you, especially depending on how close you were to the incident happening.
Yeah.
But man, I feel like the risk of that is fucking huge.
Yeah, it's not something it's not something that I'd endorse. That's just fucking
as
weird.
Eon said as of the documentary, she said that it did help her move on, which I guess is good. But I swear to God, that is, I don't know. I mean, it's the type of thing that psychologists and psychiatrists will talk about.
Yeah,
they'll have thoughts about this, and I would be shocked if they were positive.
Yeah, I mean,
I would be shocked.
It's the same crazy shit that, like, you know, the weird, scammy paranormal people that are the ones that they can say they can talk to the dead.
Long Island medium.
Let me
people. Bring in my 48-inch nails and my 16-foot tall hair.
That's just it.
Put my 80-year-old recorder on the table and go, "Now, sweetie.
Yeah.
Did the name start with an F? Did he have a watch?
Yes, he did have a watch, and
Did it tell time?
It was a Seamaster S watch. Huh? Yeah. It's like on a whole nother level. Yeah. I feel like that wouldn't help me out in the least bit. I'm just gonna keep it real, and I feel like that isn't a one-time thing. I feel like you have that available at your house.
Yes,
and I feel like anytime I'm feeling down, anytime I just want to feel comfort, I'm losing myself in this fucking virtual world where I can spend it with my dead loved ones.
Yes.
That's a big nope from me, dog. That's
actually a bit of you're touching on like the extreme end of the discussion about VR in general, is people's ability to go into VR and disassociate with actual reality.
I mean, you do it with your dead family.
But then
how much crazier is that?
With the dead family.
You had that in there, bro? That's another level of psychological warfare.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I ain't trying to watch Game of Thrones. I'm trying to hang out with my dead loved ones. No. That's a nope.
No.
That's a big time no for
I went
me.
to my grandmother's wake. I said my goodbyes. She looked real good. She got turned into a bunch of ashes.
And that That's it. You know, there'll be a burial place that you can visit. You know, you have photos, you have memories, you have dreams.
That's it.
A VR headset at home, hanging out. That just seems, I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me, that's a no from me, dog.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that just reopens shit on the regular. You don't even have time to. You don't even have time to move on.
Because you're not really processing. You're just like delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope that never becomes a full blown thing, which it will.
Yikes.